can be so testy. What is it?
Constipation?
I've been staying home sick from work way too long. This game just keeps opening up more questions that I want answered. Anytime I'm not playing the game, I can't stop thinking about that Warlock creature in Usul. I really hope I find Usul again soon. Maybe I'll find him in the next world. Cal S is a bright red board with 5 level types: Sulfur, Burn Forest, Volcano, Lava Bed, and Obsidian. This board definitely has a fire theme. Even the board looks fire-shaped. There's 2 bosses on each side of the board. Sulfur is a desert/wasteland with bright yellow mountains and dusty clouds. The music is a hollow-sounding song, with a loud low note every 10 seconds or so. There is nothing alive in the level, but there is skulls and random bones on the ground every few tiles. Just because there isn't anything alive doesn't mean there isn't any danger though. Every minute or so, winds will pick up and blow a cloud of kicked up sulfur. If you stand in it, you take quite a bit of damage. The only way to avoid the dust is to wait on floating platforms for the dust to pass by. Sometimes I'm in a bad position and the winds will blow a dust cloud towards me when there's no platforms, so I have to take a lot of damage. Luckily the level was over in about 3 minutes. Burn Forest is a burning forest, go figure. The music is an ominous drum beat, along with woodwinds. There is also a quiet crackling of fire in the music. There are monsters and dinosaurs running around frantically, trying to get away from the flames. Eventually, I come across this pile of burnt wood that is blocking my path. It looks like something is trapped under it. I go up to the pile and I kick the logs off the creature. Each time Godzilla kicks, the piece of wood hit will break into 2, then disappear. Under the pile of wood is Mothra, but in her larval form. Once I got the pile off of Mothra, she jumped in place and started following me. As Mothra went behind Godzilla, she gave me a health power-up, which I should be thankful for. The fire in the background is getting brighter, so that means I'm running out of time in this level. Suddenly fire monsters come and attack me. They're easy to kill, but when I get hit, I take damage over time. They breathe fire and slash with their claws. After a couple minutes, I walk into a clearing with no trees and the level ends. Good thing, because the fire nearly swallowed Godzilla and Mothra. The boss on the right side of the board is this lava creature named Obsidius. It seems Mothra followed me from the last level. Good thing too, because she actually helps me during the fight. She can spit silk at random, which prevents the opponent from moving. This lets me get in a lot of free hits. Mothra stands in the back of the fight so she doesn't get hurt. Obsidius can also breathe fire. It does as much damage as Godzilla's atomic breath. He can also summon lava spires from the ground that pop up at random, which can be annoying. The spires only do about 1.5 bars of damage, but if you keep getting hit by them, the damage can really add up. Mothra seems to have some kind of leveling up system. When I killed Obsidius, it showed a symbol with an egg and a plus sign above Mothra's head. Could this be how Mothra turns into her moth form? I think killing enemies in levels will also help Mothra level up. Volcano is nothing but stone blocks with lava seeping out of them, and an active volcano in the background. The music is a 1-second drum beat, along with synths. Later on in the level, lava pits with creatures appear. Good thing I went into this level with Rodan so I can easily fly over them. Interestingly, Rodan picks up Mothra so she can avoid the pit monsters. There are also flying bug monsters that attack me, but they do little damage. Despite those, this level's kinda easy. Holy shit! The volcano in the background erupted, and now the sky is red and molten rocks are raining down. The music similarly erupted, turning into a frantic drumming and loud whistling. I gotta get out of here. There are body parts of the enemies in pools of lava. When the rocks land, they make a pool of lava, and the lava does a damage over time. If you get hit by the molten rocks, you take 2 bars of damage. I don't know how I would have done this level with Godzilla, since the lava hurts you a lot, and it also looks too big to jump over. The other boss battle is against MechaGodzilla. Mothra tries to restrain him like she did Obsidius, but fails. He can attack by using his beam and shooting missiles from his hips. These missiles will paralyze Godzilla and take control away from me. Eventually, when MechaGodzilla's health gets to the halfway point, this spaceship shows up and attaches to MechaGodzilla, and... oh no. Holy crap! I was not prepared for this fight. MechaGodzilla nearly took out Godzilla. Luckily, the timer took me out of the fight before MechaGodzilla could kill Godzilla. I have to go in with Rodan. This fight with MechaGodzilla is one of the hardest bosses I've fought yet, but eventually, after a lot of flapping and kicking, MechaGodzilla was destroyed. Everything disappeared but the Mothra sprite. Then it moved to the center of the screen. I think she might change into her moth form. Well, not adult form, but she made a cocoon. Maybe she'll turn into her moth form later. Lava Bed was a lava cave. There's no music or anything else in this level. Not again. He asked me this question, and since the game can hear me, I responded, "Not until I find out what's behind that gate."
You don't need to know.
Clearly that's not getting me anywhere, so I yelled, "Where is Usul?"
I let him free when you stop playing the game.
Oh, I'll find Usul, and I will find out what's behind that gate, even if I have to kill you first.
Don't try it.
Warlock is really starting to piss me off with his interruptions. After this, there's only one level type left. Obsidian was something I was never expecting with a level title like this. It's an office complex with volcano's glass floors and roof. Every tile or so would be a window to the outside and lights hanging above. The scenery outside looks like the toxic waste dump from Zack's playthrough. The music is a solemn track, low, sorrowful sounding violins with synths. The only enemies in here are giant rats. God, this level is making me really sad for some reason. After the level was completed, I got an email from Zack. He's telling me to stop playing the game, but I can't turn around now. I've learned too much, and now I want all my questions answered. The sin boss at the end of the board is a lava monster named Magaron, and good God, he's huge. His main attack started to hit the ground with his hands as it leaves a lava puddle in its place for a few seconds. He can also spew lava chunks that turn into similar puddles. The boss has an immense amount of health and he does a lot of damage. Not good. Not screen capped here, but every 20 seconds or so, he dives down and moves to the other side of the battlefield. In case you're wondering, the ground ends off both left and right, so I'm stuck on this island so I can't move around much. Oh god, Rodan's getting low. Magaron, grab Rodan! Oh, no, 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 no! Mothra! She transformed just in time to save me. That was way too close of a fight. If I'm going to keep playing, I'm going to have to be more careful next time I start fights. I nearly lost 2 monsters in this world. After Magaron died, Mothra flew towards Rodan and looked at him. Then the boss ended. The gate is almost complete. Soon I will see what's behind it. God, only 2 left. I'm coming for you, you soul. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't go to work anymore. I've been fired from my job for a couple of days now because I've been staying home for way too long. I'll have to move back to my parents' house soon. But I still have some time to play the game before I have to move out. You soul better be in this next world or I'm going to be furious. Terraker is gigantic compared to the previous levels. This board's color is a bright yellow. It has a whopping 6 level types: Geodes, Factory, Gold Mine, Spelunk, Bomb, and a question mark. A question mark? Why? One way to find out what's in it. When I go into the level, there isn't anything. Wait, what's that? A quiz level? Holy crap! This is one of the few things I didn't think I'd ever see. Weird. Instantly as Face shows up, the Ghidorah music starts playing. Face still had the same faces as he did before. He asked me 3 questions, which were as follows. Do you like the game? Are you having fun? What are you doing here? When Face asked me this, the yes and no prompts disappeared, and I knew it was a question I had to answer by saying it. So I said, I'm here to find out the secrets of this game. Oh my god. I was so pissed off at seeing him one more time that before he could even speak, I jumped up and heat beamed him. It must have hurt him a lot because he flew off the screen afterward. After he left, the level was over. It seems Warlock's trying to fake me out by sending me to weird levels and then doing a surprise attack. He's done this quite a bit of times, so I think I know what to expect now. Geodes is an underground cave filled with sparkling gems. The music, more like noise, is echoed whistles with an animal occasionally heard. As soon as I entered the level, the fear in me rose. This level is dark, very dark. The only thing giving light is the gems on the walls. Without them, you can't see whether if you're gonna fall into a pit and die, or get eaten alive by the things in the dark. Also, something is scratched into the rock on the floor below. He will rise? In a clearing not filled with pits and enemies, I come across this giant purple crystal. Oh god, no. Whatever was in the darkness grabbed the crystal and everything went dark. What was that sound? What is that red glowing thing? I couldn't see it, but a gigantic monster came after me. I only noticed it until my life was drained in one hit. I instantly turned tail and run. I pressed down the left button so hard that I thought I was going to break my controller. I thought the level was never going to end, I was so panicked. After a couple minutes of running, the creature let out a loud scream and stopped chasing me. Then the level ended. That level got my heart racing. I added some light to one of the screenshots and it revealed something bigger than anything I've seen in this game. Good god, what's in this world? This is just the first level type. Factory is a metallic place with crushers that drop down onto lava. When crushers smash into the lava, it solidifies. Then, the cooled lava moves to the right. The music is a loud metallic clunk every 4 seconds with a loud droning note. I start following the conveyor belt while avoiding the crusher. In the next section, the rock came to a set of sharp tools which start carving into the rock. I wonder what it's carving. Huh? Oh, hell no. Hey, wait a minute, stop it!
What?
Why are you making this?
Look, I'm just doing my job.
Who made you make this then, huh? Hey, get back here! As soon as the monster went off screen, the level ended. Odd. That creature was making a statue of... But why? No one in this game should know who that is, according to the journals, because this is a new game. After the level was completed, I got something from Zach. I had sent him the face screenshots prior to this level, and he responded. He then abruptly stopped typing. As I said before, I'm not stopping. I can't now. Usol's in trouble, and it's my fault. And now it's my job to save him and find out what this game is hiding from me. In the meantime, it's time to fight Megalon. Megalon is one of the few monsters I know about in this game. The difference from when he was in Zach's game is he isn't alone. Gigan shows up by his side once Megalon walks in. These two are way too hard for Mothra, so I stall out the timer until I can go back to the board. I bring Godzilla over to begin the fight. At least Godzilla is better equipped to take on 2 monsters. Godzilla does seem outnumbered still, but then... Jet Jaguar? He showed up to help me fight Megalon and Gigan as Godzilla. He instantly punched Gigan and Megalon ran up and hornbeamed me. Jet Jaguar can fly off screen and charge into opponents. He attacked Megalon while I heat-beamed Gigan. Once Megalon takes enough damage, Gigan flies away, leaving Megalon to fend for himself. Me and Jet Jaguar beat up Megalon until he's defeated, and then something interesting happened at the end. After Megalon died, Jet Jaguar turned around and shook hands with Godzilla. And funny little detail, and then when he flew off, he gave me a health power-up. I should be thankful for this, because the Terraker enemies give little to no health power-ups. Spelunk starts in a grassy field. There's no music, which makes me nervous. After a short walk, a hole in the ground appears. I jump in it and fall underground. Rodan lands in an underground cave. It's incredibly dark in here. The only enemies here are these floating crystal creatures, and crystals that crawl on the ground. I come across this hole in the ground with a tentacle coming out of it. It then tries to grab Rodan and pull him under. At the end of the level is a mini-boss. This hairless goblin monster can attack by swiping his arms and biting. He was pretty difficult, but I was able to beat him in about 2 minutes. After he died, he dropped a health power-up, and it refilled my life up quite a bit. This is going to help me for the next fight. The other boss on the board is this mantis, or should I say mantises, called Kamacuras. They seem extremely weak, but there's 3 of them, so this might be a tough battle. They attack by lashing out with their front legs. The third one showed up as soon as I started attacking the first one. I didn't take any more screenshots of the fight because I had to concentrate, because if you're unaware of what was going on, one Kamacuras can throw you into another one and start throwing you back and forth. Once you've paid attention to their attack patterns, they become predictable and can be beaten very easily. Gold Mine is a lit up cave with minecart tracks on the floor. Occasionally, minecarts with mole creatures ride in from the right, with varying amounts of gold bars in the back of the cart. The music was a very mechanical sounding song, with the sound of jingling coins every so often. Like Geode, this level is very dark, and it's hard to tell sometimes whether if I'm going to get run over or not. Every now and then, I'll see flecks of gold on the walls that the miners forgot to dig out. I wonder where all this gold is going to. Soon, I come across 2 mole creatures loading up a cart to be sent away to who knows where. Eventually, after about 5 minutes of walking, I reach the end of the cave that leads to the outside world. Bomb is above ground this time. There's a bomb dropping in the background and the timer returns from the earth level. There are mole creatures running away from the bomb while they yell, "The island's blowing up! The island's blowing up!" There is no obstacles, just creatures from previous levels running. At the end, I barely outran the bomb and... The entire board was destroyed. Holy crap. Every creature in this board is now dead except for Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra. Who is the one responsible for this genocide? The only thing to fight now is the Sin Boss. The fight started with the boss in the corner. Crying? He's making all these snorting and grunting sounds. When I walk up to him, his head jolts up.
What? Are you gonna blow me up too?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, what's wrong?
Someone launched a nuclear bomb and destroyed all I had. All of my land, all of my gold. Like business?
His words made me feel sad. The bad thing is, he is a sin boss, and I have to kill him. He suddenly turned around and started heat beaming me. I was pissed at the surprise attack, so I instantly counteracted with a heat beam. Suddenly, lightning flashed in the background, then winds picked up. A Verisur can not only use a heat beam, he can shoot a lightning bolt from his tail. Godzilla's health is getting low. I'll have to switch to Rodan. A Verisur's attack pattern became more unpredictable as his health got lower. This battle's extremely tough. If you're not paying attention, your health will diminish. My heart is racing at the fact that the gate is almost complete. One more symbol. Usul definitely has to be in this next world. I haven't given up yet. The only thing left to do in this world now is the Sin Boss. Here goes nothing. When I first enter the level, the boss isn't there, until his screen started shaking. Dear God. Arasabon has a lot of health and a variety of attacks up his sleeves. First, he can breathe fire, which does a lot of damage. He attacks first with the fire. When he finishes the fire attack, it leaves some fire on the ground, meaning I can't stand there. I'm not even safe while flying, because Arasabon will jump from the lava with a wave underneath him. Then, he flings his arm out, doing a lot of damage as well. It's nearly impossible hitting him because all of his attacks knock you back and they all hurt. There was an open window to attack him and I took it. But then he dives down under the lava and then resurfaces right under me. Thankfully, before he could kill Rodan, the timer took me out of the fight. I never noticed that these battles even had a timer. I suppose I just killed the other bosses too fast and noticed that they were timed. Rodan is low, so I have to go in with Godzilla. The fight is now at the other end of the platform. Arasabon now has a full power bar, and I realized it before he did. He unleashes another fire attack, and I barely dodge it in time, leaving him with no energy. And then I release a full charged atomic beam, devastating his life bar. What's interesting is that the more he is hurt, the more he will solidify and get mad because of it. His attacks get faster, but it hurts him more than it hurts me, because his body is crumbling away. He tries to go for another arm swing, but his arm solidifies completely. He gets furious and lashes out with a new attack, while his arm falls into the lava lake. He spews superheated blood now instead of fire, and it's way more effective. Not only does it do massive damage, but it burned off Godzilla's feet. I can't move without losing health now. I can barely get any damage on him. Oh god, Godzilla's health is getting too low. I can't move, or else I'll die. Arasabon is charging up something to finish me off. No, 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 no! Mothra! She transformed just in time to save me. That was way too close of a call. After Arasabon's charred corpse fell back into the lake, Mothra flew towards Godzilla. This is the beginning of something great. Another sin symbol in that gate. God, only 2 left, and then I can see what's behind the gate. And Yusol. I'm coming for you, Yusol.